Men with higher body counts are more likely to cheat. Men with higher body counts are more likely to get divorced. Men with higher body counts are less likely to be satisfied in their marriages. That's the suite of results that we're seeing in these studies. It's also showing those things for women, but conveniently, red pill freaks are like, oh, women, women, women. It's not a mystery why. They don't like looking at evidence and coming to whatever decision the evidence shows. They have an idea preconceived, and then they cherry pick whatever facts they want to, sometimes from the same study. It's also so boring. I'm like, who is watching this?
You could watch a clip from 3 years ago and it'll be the same conversation.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow you'll watch a new episode, it's the same thing.
It's like they know one fact and they just want to say it over and over and over again because they're not smart enough to hold multiple facts in their brain.
You're married at 24. Do you think that's still Oscar? That's the plan is a bad answer. Which one of you do you think would break up with the other? You think you would leave him? Why? Is he fat? What is he? Did you get with him young? How old are you? Don't look at her. Look right at him. You met him at 16? You guys can't see her, but she's adorable. She has wasted her life. Wait, how many people have you had sex with? One? No!
The reaction that like she literally met her guy at 16 and only had sex with that one guy, and the idea that she'll need to like sell her oats, it's just not, again, men and women are not the same. We're not the same. What we need is different. The way we react is just keep that in mind all the time.
You know, a lot of these modern women are saying that a lot of men are emotionally unavailable now, right? But I don't think that's, I feel like you have to look at it, you know, from different angles, right? Because you're saying that men are emotionally unavailable, but maybe we can say emotionally pulling back, emotionally cautious, emotionally reserved, in the sense that I'm looking and I'm seeing and I'm not 100% sure if I want to expend my emotional energy on what it looks like is about to happen.
You and me, just a couple of besties. You think people think we're siblings? Or dating? That'd be so weird, like us kissing. Could you imagine? How's what's his name? No, you broke up? I'm so sorry to hear that. Come here, give me a hug. Who wouldn't want to date you? You're smart, funny, beautiful, and you make an amazing mother. Woo! Promise me one thing, you'll never settle. Remember that pact we made when we were little? Neither of us were married by 30, we'd marry each other? Man, time flies. I'm already 33. Coming here makes me never want to have kids. Unless it's with the right person. Wow. This really is the happiest place on earth.
Unpopular opinion. What happens whenever a man gets fed up? What happens whenever he gets tired of begging you to do certain things, when he gets tired of you accusing him, when he gets tired of you nagging him, whenever he comes to cash in on that woman that you told him that you were? You know, that one who loves him unconditionally, who's there for him, who takes accountability, who apologizes, who ain't like the rest of them. But now you acting worse than his exes. What happens whenever he's ready to move on because he's tired of being accused of things that he's not doing? He's tired of you nagging him for every little bitty thing. What happens then whenever you lose your good man because you can't see him for the good man that he is and just appreciate all of the things that he brings to the table, and now you lose him to another woman?
And, you know, modern women they're asking, how come good men kind of stop engaging with them, right? But you have to understand that, you know, the kind of man you say you want. So the kind of man, well, I want a man like this, 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 and this. And the man comes up in front of you, and you let the man go, right? And you let Chad and Tyrone play in your face. And then a couple of days later, you want the good man to show up and rescue you. You want the good man to be a shoulder to cry on. What? Oh, well, you should allow me to do that in each and every situation. No, I'm a good guy. I'm not a doormat.
Do you actually train your shoulders, by the way? You're going to do lateral raises.
And we're going to do this and we're going to do that.
Yo, what's we going to do, huh? On Sunday we're gonna do something else, no?
You gonna take me on a date?
Yeah.
You guys heard that?
Well, oh, you want them to see it as well? You want them to come along?
I want them to come along.
Okay, cool.
I
Then
want privacy.
you want privacy, or you want them to come
I
along?
want just me and you.
Oh, just me, and not them. Oh, she sees that. Let me put the bag down.
I
Come.
need to see what you're doing here.
Cool.
He's working hard.
Do you actually train your shoulders, by the way? You're gonna.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion. Expecting for that man to lead, and you know you not ready to let go of control, is crazy work. Especially when every time he tries to lead and he tries to make decisions, you have some kind of level of objection for him or something to say or a better way to do something. You have to actually sit back and just let that man lead. Let him do what he needs to do to lead the team, because leadership is going to require space and time for him to make the right decisions for y'all. And you have to give that to him, and you have to trust that he's making the best decision for y'all. You can't just always try to control everything. Like, you want him to be the leader on the field, but you want to approve the playbook. So you want to be the coach. That's not how it's going to work inside of a healthy relationship, baby. If you want him to be the king, let him wear the crown.
Is that if you are dating the hottest girl that you've ever been with, it's not going to work out. It's simply not going to work out, because men that find a woman that is the hottest they've ever been with, they don't assess whether they have the same values. They don't assess if they came from similar families. They don't assess if they're going to raise kids in the same way. They don't assess anything else. They get hyper attached, and then they accelerate the speed of the relationship. They'll want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to do all of these things, but they don't take into account similarity, particularly in terms of values, because they're just so in awe. So if you're with the hottest girl you've ever been with, are you sure you did the rest of the vetting process? Chances are you didn't.
I think these modern women really understand that a lot of times a man is watching you. So, you're going to be asking why a man is not wanting to commit, why a man is not wanting to do a lot of things, right? It's because you've decided that you're going to act a certain way. You're going to treat people a certain way. And at that point in time, he's like, why would I be involved in that? So you have to understand, and you have to look at, how do I present myself? A lot of you guys are good, are fantastic at looking great. You know, I got my hair done, my nails done, lashes and all that stuff. But then when you actually get to know somebody, it was kind of like, I don't really want to move forward with this person anymore.
Simp is so triggering for these DL men, because where in my video did I mention anything about spending money? I said treating women properly. Treating women properly. Loving them properly. Nowhere did I say a simp is going to spend money and do all of these things. But of course that comes with it. Who can be with somebody and not spend money? Like, who? How does that even work? Spending money is already understood. If you're a provider, clearly you're going to provide. You need money to provide. And it's only triggering to the men that don't want to actually be with women, that don't like women. So for them, they're like, I don't want a woman to expect this out of me, because then I might not get any women if women start expecting me to treat them with respect and dignity. And for the people who think the word simp is a bad word, let's just replace it with gentleman, because they technically mean the same damn thing. But some of y'all only heard the word simp used in a derogatory manner, so you automatically associate it with negative connotations. Like, just get you a simp or a gentleman. It doesn't matter to me. Just get a man that truly wants to be with you. Get a man that truly cares about you, your well-being, your mental health, your physical health, how you're doing. That's what I'm saying. Because imagine focusing so much on a word that you miss the whole entire message.
Don't date a divorced man. And that's coming from a divorced man, a recently divorced man specifically, by the way. You are going to save yourself a lot of heartbreak, wasted time, and energy pouring into somebody who will never be able to receive it. And honestly, I'm not even going to elaborate as to why, other than the fact that they haven't had time to do the work that is required, regardless if they were the reason the marriage ended or not. Much more to be said, much more nuance to it than that. But for now, you just got to trust me. You can also follow my page, because I'll be talking about this stuff much more in depth coming soon. Dating a divorced man is a horrible idea, but following one on Instagram.
And a lot of these modern women are wanting men to yearn. They're wanting men to chase. They're wanting men to pursue. But in today's the way it happens in today's dating, that puts you as the weaker vessel, because, you know, I'm the prize, right? You chase me, you want me, show me that you want me. I've already proved myself by the fact that you want me, even though I haven't done anything. The fact that you want me means I'm more valuable in this relationship. And that's what a lot of modern women are doing. So when a man steps back and says, okay, well, you know, if you're not going to reciprocate and you're going to think that you all that, I'm just going to go ahead and go the other way. I'm going to go a different direction. Now you're stunned and you're talking about men aren't men anymore.
When you eat and sleep alone, you become untouchable. You see, most people need some kind of validation from other people, and they think they can't survive on their own. And that's weakness, really. Once you realize that you don't need anybody, you just need yourself, you become untouchable. People, when they're alone, they start thinking it's just them and their thoughts. And that's scary for a lot of people. So once you realize that that's a superpower, once you can control your mind and you're perfectly content in solitude, being on your own, eating and sleeping by yourself, you become a superhuman. So the point of the story is you need to get there because it's worth it. Every second of it, it's worth it. It's a journey, and it takes time for some more, for some less, but it's so worth it once you get there. Once you feel that peace and quiet, you can never go back. It's going to be hard for you to go back. It's going to take an extraordinary person to pull you back, but that's unlikely going to happen, and you'll be perfectly fine and content on your own. You don't need anybody, you just need yourself.
He was talking to me. No accountability, just nigga, you mocking me. Like, damn. So, because I'm 6'8", like, I know you be asking the question and shit about, like, girls' heights. Yeah.
Why jumped out by you? Like, remember when you proposed?
No, I know.
Like, you might need to propose again. Like, I don't know.
What happened tonight that I gotta propose again? Never wife a bro.
Excuse you?
I should excuse you. Don't even talk to me.
You don't even know her.
Yeah, but I know, like, the type of vibe, the outfits. It's just like, you know what I mean?
Well, you okay to dress for yourself?
Well, you're wearing, like, lingerie.
Not even lingerie.
Looks like it.
What's your own opinion?
I know I'm entitled to my opinion. That's why I said what I said. And you said, excuse you. Don't call me a good boy. You guys ruined my interview. He was talking to me. No accountability, just comes up and, like, take my interview. I can't hear anything when you're just talking over me. Like, typical woman, just, like, yap, 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 all over me.
That's okay.
It's not okay. You're interrupting me.
I'm married, but I got a lot of homies in the dating field, and they keep telling me that it's effed up. And here's why I think it's effed up. I just think people are fed up, bro, and they want something real. They want something authentic. They realize that the flesh can only do so much, and it's time for the spirit to take over. People got to work within themselves to be the best version of themselves. People can't keep falling for the flesh. People can't keep falling for temptation. People can't keep falling for It's about having a deeper relationship and a deeper connection. And it's hard to find people who are also on that wavelength. But here's the good news. There's a lot of people working on themselves. I've been telling my homeboys, just work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Because there's a woman who's also working on herself. And eventually, y'all will meet. You see what I'm saying? He who finds a wife finds a good thing. You will find a wife, bro. But you can't force it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta match it. You gotta make sure that you are on the right wavelength and you're doing the right things in your life to attract that. But yeah, man, you know, I think the dating game is messed up because people who may be looking for a deeper connection are meeting with shallow people, and people who are shallow are meeting with deeper people. And so, you know, you just got to work on yourself right now. And I feel like people who are working on themselves, they're the ones that's going to win in the end.
I'm truly sorry. I want to take this opportunity, sir, to apologize to you for the videos that I created. I drew conclusions based on a short video that I saw of you when you came asking the public to help you find your wife.
I am a firm believer that apologies should be just as loud or even louder than the accusation. And that being said, I do want to say a humble and genuine apology to Antoine Brown to Antoine Brown's family.
Put a finger down if you feel like the biggest dirtbag ever because you thought the husband from the missing Chicago public school teacher offed his wife, but now new information came out saying that she drove her vehicle to the lake. The vehicle was found by the lake.
Mr. Brown, I sincerely and humbly apologize. I misread the signal, so I absolutely positively apologize.
Good morning, and I'm going to get my judgmental stupid on here and apologize to Antoine Brown. What I'm glad about is I didn't get on here and publicly nail Antoine Brown to the cross like so many of you did. I didn't, but did I laugh behind the scenes at you doing it? I did. And that's where I hold myself accountable. I shouldn't have done that. I should have gotten all my facts straight, and I'm big on getting facts.
I'm not apologizing to Linda Brown's husband, Antoine Brown, until we have all the facts. Now, I understand that they do have video showing that she walked away from her own vehicle, but where did she go?
When Adam felt alone, God created a woman for him, not a bunch of party friends. So many guys these days are constantly surrounded by distractions and nightlife and trashy friends. Meanwhile, the woman waiting for him at home is being emotionally neglected. We're living in a generation where many men would rather chase entertainment and spend all their time with their boys than build real commitment and connection and partnership at home. I'm not saying men can't have friends after marriage. I'm saying it's the woman that has committed to sticking by his side to the end, not those friends. A real man would honor and protect and value that. And on top of that, if a woman feels like she's always coming second to other things, she closes up. And her sweet, soft, feminine side, it can't fully blossom because now she's back in survival mode, wondering if he'll leave her every 5 seconds. Ladies, when a man makes you his wife, it's his responsibility to then prioritize you above his family, above his social circle, above his hobbies, and vice versa. Now, if he's putting distractions, friends, hobbies before the relationship, I created a program that teaches you how to naturally attract him back to you so that there's polarity again. Click the link in my bio for
went quiet.
Listen to Superhead give the most Delulu advice to women. It's crazy.
Always the men talking about you belong to the streets. Bro, you are the streets. You are the dirty, nasty, rat-infested. You're a rat carrying a pizza on a subway in New York, nigga. You are the streets. But because you're not enough for her, and then she ends up with a beautiful man inside and out, and she moved on. We can't stigmatize women moving on. Y'all want us to settle for less so bad. So when a woman doesn't settle for less and she knows when to dip and dive, you're like, she's a... Because you're not good enough for her? Now she belongs to the streets? It's not the first. Remember when Ray J was like, I hit it first? Like,
Yeah.
It ain't cute to be the first. That's not the cute one. It's the last. Who's good enough to be the last? The first is easy. I'm experimenting, bro. Of course you were the first. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know. It's fine. But if I'm an experienced woman who has done my due diligence, who has dated and kissed all the frogs, and then you are the prince and you get to be the last one, you're the one who lets me see that I don't want any of that.
This chick said it's not good to be the first, it's good to be the last. So let me get something straight. You want something that's been touched and tampered with by many people because it's the last one? She had the audacity to say the wildest shit and find a way to gaslight a sucker and a simp into believing what she's saying makes any sense. I want to see women try to defend her in the comments because you can tell she cooked herself. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
Tim, and I need y'all to tell me if I'm fried. So we finished our workouts around the same time. He was on the Stairmaster and I was walking towards the women's locker room, which was right behind him. He was wiping down the machine. I walked past him. I stopped. I decided I'm gonna say something. And so I turned around. Go get a smile on my face. Like literally like, I'm gonna say something. And I approach him, like as I'm approaching him, you can see the confusion on his face and right? It could be that he's just like trying to breathe because he just got off a Stairmaster, or he's like, what the f is this girl doing? And I was like, I figured I'd introduce myself since I see you here every morning. My name is Maddie, what's your name? I can't remember if I shook his hand, I blacked out. He's like, my name is so-and-so. And I was like, and he had said, I see you here every morning. And I was like, oh, thank you, you too. Smiling the whole time, cheesing the whole time. He's like, I try. And then I turn around. Don't say nothing else. I turn around and start walking. In my mind, I don't know what was in my mind, But I took 4 steps and he was like, well, have a good day. It's like, oh, have a good day. And then I walk into the balcony. I'm cooked. I need to find a new gym. I need somebody to tell me it's gonna be okay. Because I really like that gym. So I need somebody to tell me it is okay. And to never talk to him again.
Women be like, man, where's all the masculine men at? Where's all the real men at? Do you not realize a real man ain't, like, they're not putting up that stupid I be talking about, all that back and forth, all that emotion, just to like, all that delusional I be coming up in your head. A real man not dealing with that shit. I want y'all to understand that. So say what it is. Where are all the suckers that's gonna allow me to do whatever the I want and not backtalk me and just simply pay for all the bills? Why don't y'all just be very specific? Because y'all don't really want a man that's a real man, because y'all going to pop y'all and he gonna leave your dumb where you stand. Like, I don't think y'all understand that. Like, all this, I want a real man. A real man don't go back and forth, bro. Like, a genuine real is not going back and forth with you. All that, that shit's a dumb. Bitch, you get your ass replaced immediately. Y'all are not cut out for those type of dudes, bro. So be more specific and say, where are all the suckers that's gonna allow me to talk back to him, raise my voice, get emotional as fuck for no reason, and talk back, and he's just gonna put up with it and deal with it. If y'all say that, then y'all could get a better chance of finding those type of guys. But y'all keep lying and saying, man, where all the real men at? Feel such a stupid dumb.
Baby girl, this is just your reminder that if you are educated, financially independent, disciplined, and strong, then there is nothing left for a man to offer you except for in the way that he treats you. Because honestly, being chosen by a man is no longer the flex that it used to be anymore. So even if you choose to have a man in your life, please make sure that you are deeply loved, respected, well taken care of, and most importantly, at peace. Because if he's not adding value to your life, babes, honestly, he's just taking up storage. And we don't like that. We don't want any of that energy. Ew. Period. Okay, I love you always. Bye.
Y'all really want me to allow a man to come and live with me in this house that I own, and sleep in my bed and sleep in my room and be around me? I don't think so.
This bedroom that I've created, that is so serene, that is calm, soothing, gorgeous, nothing out of place. You're telling me that I'm supposed to let a man come and live in here? That they're gonna put all their stuff in here? Oh no.
You see, the problem though is you have no issues going and living with a man who has something like that or even nicer than that. You would gladly pack your fucking bags and move in with a man who is living way better than that. And you think that they should just accept you coming in there and putting your in their place, but you can't do that for a man? Y'all are so one-sided, it's ridiculous.
Women say they want a strong man, and then they spend the entire relationship trying to find his weakness. She was attracted to the composure, the calm man, the one who doesn't fold under pressure, the man who handles things, the one who doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't crumble. That's what drew her in. That's what made her feel safe. His strength was the foundation she chose to build on. But then something shifts. When she's comfortable, she starts testing the walls, because part of her needs to know, is this real? Can I actually break him? Is he really this strong, or is he performing? So she pushes, she pokes at the armor, she brings up old wounds, she creates conflict where there is none. Not to destroy him, to see what he's made of. And here's where it gets complicated. If he breaks, she loses respect. If he stays stone cold, she feels unloved. He can't win. It's a lose-lose, because what she's actually looking for isn't his weakness. She's looking for his humanity. She wants to know that the strong man she chose is also a safe man, that his strength doesn't mean absence, that his composure doesn't mean that he's empty inside. But you can't poke holes in someone's armor and then be surprised when they stop letting you get close enough to poke them, to reach it. anymore. The woman who keeps testing a good man's strength is usually still carrying the weight of every man who failed the test before him. She needs to ask whether she's protecting herself or punishing him for someone else's sins, for someone else's mistake. It says, if you want a strong man, protect what makes him strong. Strength isn't unlimited. It's a choice he makes every single day. And the day he stops choosing it is the day you realize you were never testing his weakness. You were creating it.
As a woman, if you're above 28 and you're not married, your own don't finish. Your own don't finish. Chances are you might never get married. Yeah. There is a reason why our parents wanted us to get married on time. The minute you are above 27, you can no longer stand them. That is why I would advise as a girl, if you know marriage is an achievement to you, if you know that you've been imagining your wedding as at age 5, get married as soon as you can. Get married before you get to 27, because once you cross that path, your frontal lobe don't develop, it don't even mature. You can no longer stand men. If a man is not coming correct, you are no longer interested. All of the things that you could tolerate 3 years ago, all of the things you could compromise on 4 years ago, you will find out that you can no longer tolerate them. You can no longer compromise. You no longer have the ability or the capacity to tolerate BS. You can no longer compromise on stupidity and foolishness for some reason. Before you could. 4 years ago you could, but now you cannot. Because yes, you don't old. Your frontal lobe your lobe has matured. And so if you know that you like marriage, get married now.
I've been single for my entire adult life. I've just turned 32 and my last boyfriend was about 15 years ago, and I've never had the experience of someone wanting to spend the rest of their life with me, laying in bed next to me, to wedding, cooking me dinner when I get home. I've never had anybody take me on a date, and that often makes me feel like I've failed at life. I've had so many thoughts of what I would do if I had a partner, like going on holiday, walking hand in hand down the street with them, someone that isn't embarrassed to be with me, cooking at home together. I see all these videos of people doing this when they're in a relationship and it looks fun. And then there's people on the other side who say it's not all it's cracked up to be, but they've also got to experience that. And when you don't get to experience that, it just feels like you're missing out. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to experience that kind of love with someone, but I just wanted other people to know that they're not alone. You can feel so lonely and like you're the only one that's going through that emotion, but there are a lot of people out there that are in the same boat. Not being able to experience that kind of love with someone can make you feel even more alone. And I just wanted people to know that you aren't alone.
Should a woman submit to a man's leadership?
I think that when you meet a man who is such a safe bet and so secure, submission is a natural consequence. Now, if you refuse to do that because you don't see, like, it just goes against everything, the narrative you've been taught, you're depriving yourself of a really beautiful relationship. I'm not saying submit to every man, but a good man who cares about your well-being, you'd be a fool not to submit to him. You'd be a fool to argue with him. You'd be missing out on a great connection simply because you want to maintain your independence, but independence is overrated.
Crazy how one fight, one bad decision can change your entire life in a second. I literally lost the best thing that I ever had because of making a bad decision. And in 2026, I just have to do better. I have to eliminate bad energy. I have to think before I act first. And I have to be more mindful. I was literally living in my soft girl era, and I'm back to struggling because of one decision. And it's crazy. It's really crazy.
This female here, this lady here, I went to her story and she got several videos up. I only want to show one of them because this was the first one that was sent to me. And before I just put it out, I wanted to really go and look at her story. She did say her and her man got back together. She has 6 kids. And he took on her and her 6 kids. And whatever happened, she kind of went left on him, and she said in the other videos that she went left on him, and that man went with it. That man left, you know what I mean? So she kind of hurt her relationship. Man, I don't know if they was married or about to get married, but I tell you what, sometime, man, we can, ladies, y'all can say some ish, man, that stick with us. That old adage talking about sticks and stone may break my bones, or words should never hurt us.
I'm just gonna put my stuff in this to-go box. Gonna put my stuff in here because I am full, honey.
A few moments later.
Lamont James, what the fuck? Like, why would you do? Yo, you didn't pay! You did not pay! Wait! Bro, you didn't pay for the fucking tab! You want some lame, bro? That's lame as fuck. You a lame for real, bro.
And you can sit up here and say, oh, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort? Right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided. And, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.